Hi Capricorn, this is your reading for the next 4 weeks and for whenever you come across the reading. It's for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. I'm going to start with your oracle cards. No, I'm not. I'm going to start with the base of the deck here on both decks. So I've got Honesty on one and I have got Justice with 3 of Swords in another here. This could be a confession about a third party, or it's some sort of honest conversation that needs to be had about some pain that's been caused, possibly involving a Libra. I'm not really entirely sure who I'm reading for here yet. I have got 2 women on the board. So this could be a same-sex relationship here. But I don't know. I'll need to double check it. I'm sort of getting a vibe that I might be reading from masculine. And this is the 2 women he's involved with or has been involved with. So I'll work it out as I go. Let's start with your oracle cards. We have got Life Force energy and the Sewer Mermaid. Life Force is a fantastic energy. It is basically like a time of celebration. Now, I think this is some sort of sexual union that's coming together here. And maybe one that's very emotional, something kind of out the blue with the Storm card here. But this is an incredibly healing card when it comes through. It speaks of optimal health and healing, and you can allude to, you know, perhaps healing modalities such as, you know, Reiki, or, you know, someone who's taking a great deal of care over their own body. It just feels like, especially next to the Sewer Mermaid, which is obviously very different. But the Sewer Mermaid is an incredibly sensual card as well. But it's one where someone usually has some issues around their body. Shame around their sexuality or their physical body. Some sort of, you know, blockages or hang-ups here. And this is telling you that this is almost like a resurgence in that department. The storm is a bit unusual because I thought, blimey, a storm and a tear. This is utter chaos. It may be like, you know, emotionally overwhelming. There may be a lot of tears, a lot of crying, but it can be a card of release. So I went to check what the storm was, and the storm is my bright mother and the piper. Now it doesn't, I think it might be a good storm. It's hard to say at this stage. The bright mother is beautiful energy. She is usually the mother. She's very creative. She speaks of, you know, intimacy and marriage and birth. And the piper here, he is very sensual again, and he is he's patient. He's usually you know, very persuasive. He's putting out his call here. He is magnetically attractive, and he is magnetically attracting. But it's usually for sex purposes, you know. So I think this might be like a sexual healing type reading here that I'm seeing. It's very difficult for me to see who's involved that has to be said. So this may be a completely separate message, and once I get into the reading, it might not be your reading, but that is what I can see that's happening here. There is a release, but you know, it's a healthy release. It's sexual release. So we'll get into the core of the matter. We have got Judgment in reversed here with Iris of the Rainbows. Having a look at the past here, I think there's basically been a very poor decision. One that somebody has regretted, may indeed have a great deal of guilt over. Iris is coming through here to kind of say that the worst is over, you know. She is like a promise for the future. Somebody's kind of looking to the future here. When I say that, she's actually looking pretty, impression I got from her, way she's looking over, she's not looking over at this on my deck table, she's looking over the Page of Swords in reverse here. In the past, she has a very kind of, almost quite a disgusting look, as because the energy from the past, this conversation, this outburst, this gossip, this lying, it's literally beneath her. That's the impression I'm getting. So either the kind of judgment call here is that there's no rebirth, there's no getting back together, or it's just that someone has made a very poor decision, which they kind of need to talk about, but the worst is over. The worst is over. So I don't know when this happened. I do know the worst is over. In the past, as I say, we do have this Page of Swords, immature communication, lying, spying, arguing, bitching. It's very bitchy. there's been some sort of outburst here. This is an incredibly young energy, and it may well be a child, especially with the War card, because this is like, you know, I actually heard unbridled passion, but I'm not really seeing passion, but it could have been. That's not what I saw, but thanks for that. So this is it is wild energy, but it's someone who wants to get involved in everybody's business. It's an energy that's not grounded whatsoever, which is fine if you know, live in the fairy realms, but you know, for us humans, this is a very difficult energy to manage. This is Tigger the Pooh, but this is kind of like you know, riotous energy. So there's been, I think there's been some sort of outburst here. It's involved a very mean speaker. This is destructive speech. This is malicious gossip. This is someone who, you know, belittles other people, is incredibly sarcastic, but it's at the expense of other people. So there's been something that's gone down here in the past. It was a very poor decision. It wasn't like a decision that was considered, because the Page of Swords here is not, it's not considering anything. And as I say, whatever the judgment call is now, where we're going with this, I kind of feel this might be your energy over here, Capricorn. This is the one I can relate to the most. That's probably why I'm drawn to it. And it is future energy, and it shows the Queen of Coins. So naturally, I would expect that to be your energy. Whatever this decision is, whoever made this decision, in the future, coming in the next kind of 4 weeks, someone has decided to move away from this, basically. But as I say, there's two women here. In the block position, we have got the 8 of Swords and Arvo the Parrot. The obstacle, the challenge, if you like, is that someone needs to have a conversation about what's keeping them stuck. They need to have a conversation about, you know, what they haven't been prepared to look at. I'm kind of not getting that. I just feel that there's been something that's happened here. It's been a horrible conversation. There might have been gossip, and somebody needs to come clean. And that is actually a fear. There is actually a fear here that someone's going to get caught in a lie, but somebody needs to articulate calmly and kindly why they're stuck. Why they're stuck. Let me see the 8 of Swords. Show me the 8 of Swords for this conversation that's currently an obstacle. Show me the 8 of Swords for Capricorn's obstacle. Show me the 8 of Swords. Emperor. So this is now a masculine figure. Could be an Aries, could be your own father, could be your partner, could be a boss. There's a conversation that needs to be had here. There's the 8 of Wands, 2 8s here, and the Death card reversed. The Death card is also a fear in this reading. Somebody needs to have a conversation, take control of that, and communicate with authority almost. Why they're stuck. Why are they stuck in the 8 of Swords? Why or who's stuck in the 8 of Swords? Tell me about the 8 of Swords. I don't think someone's single. And yeah, I mean, it could be to do with financial stability here with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Is somebody that can't take care of themselves, you know, can't support themselves. Highly unusual for an Emperor, but it could be someone who is dealing with an Emperor and they're in some way stuck because of their financial status. Either that, or it's someone who's actually not single, and that's ultimately why they're stuck. Tell me. Now I've got a character. Oopsie. This is the 7 of Swords. There's a lie here. This is what the fear is. There is actually a lie here. So I don't need to know his archetype. Just tell me what the lie is. Tell me what the lie is that needs to be discussed. It's the King of Pentacles. I don't know. Either the King of Pentacles is lying, someone's lying about the King of Pentacles, someone's lying about their business or how they earn their money or how financially stable they are. It's what I feel from that. Tell me what the lie is that needs to be communicated for Capricorn. It's not the best deck, is it? No. Tell me about the lie that needs to be communicated to Capricorn that is creating an obstacle. The lie. Tell me about the lie that needs to be communicated to Capricorn. Tell me the lie. You lie. I see you lie. Tell me the lie. What's hidden? that needs to be communicated to Capricorn. What's the lie? Lover. Not taking that in reverse. House. This is about someone's housing situation, who they love, and who they live with is in some way a lie, or they've lied about it. Now we've got some sorrow, and I was feeling that in the Judgment cards and the Three of Swords floating about there. There is some regret here, but someone hasn't addressed it. They're trying to avoid it. Tell me about the lie. What's the Lover's lie in the house and sorrow? Now, thief, that something's been taken. There's an arrogant female enemy here, and there's some sort of bad consequences. And I think this is this Queen of Wands up here, only because she's in reverse. Not only that, she's also a trickster and a destroyer. So I don't know if you were like dealing with someone and maybe they were with someone else, or you didn't know that, or they, you know, if they weren't, you know, maybe they said they were, maybe they were separated but they weren't divorced, maybe they got back with someone, but there's something they haven't told you. There's something they haven't told you about their housing situation, about their business, about their income, about their financial stability, and that is ultimately what is creating a block. I think there's a lack of confidence in terms of doing that. And in the root of the matter, 5 of Cups in reverse. So this is, you know, kind of getting over the worst, you know. Oh gosh, where did I get it? I can't remember which part of the reading I got it in, but I heard the theme to love story. Where do I begin? That's the only line I know. Where do I begin to tell the story of how sweet a love can be? A story that is deeper than the sea. Ryan, I don't think his name, and Ali McGraw, isn't it? Ali McGraw and Ryan. Okay, it doesn't matter his name, but I know that it'll annoy me. Yeah, so I heard that. So there is a love story in the mix here. Someone is getting over the worst, you know. They're getting over the worst. But the root of the matter is there has been some regret here. There has been an emotional loss. It almost feels like it's been a bit of a shock for someone. Show me the 5 of Cups. Oh, it's a big shock. 4 of Cups in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Tower in reverse, 9 of Swords in reverse, and the 5 of Cups reverse yet again, and the 8 of Cups reverse. Cross almighty. So someone is, you know, has been traumatized, basically, having a lot of nightmares, still fretting about this, still being tormented. I do feel this real guilt coming through here. I don't know if it's you that feels guilty or you that's been plagued, but someone is definitely feeling guilty about what's gone down here. Presumably it's the Page of Swords in the past, but you know, it doesn't have to be. Not everyone has a conscience. But someone is most definitely utterly stuck on something that has been tumultuous, disastrous. But they are sort of getting over the worst here. Okay, so let's go straight to whoever this lady is up here. Use the term. I mean, in this deck, even upright, I don't like this Queen of Wands, and it's just the vibe I get off her, which I know is ridiculous because ultimately it depends on, you know, what I pull, what energy's around her, all the rest of it. But when I see her, I kind of go, ooh. And she's in reverse. She's in reverse, and I just think she's literally trouble. So I've asked for her energy, and I have got my Maiden and taking the Self. Now, the Maiden is about new beginnings. Auspicious joy is happy new beginnings, and it might be one that somebody doesn't see coming. I think there's something to do with a pregnancy here, because I can see in terms of the person I'm reading for, how they're being viewed as actually someone who's possibly leaving someone who's pregnant. Okay. But it doesn't have to be a pregnancy with the baby. The baby can speak of a new beginning. Basically just that, a new beginning. But see Taten here being in reverse, she's completely fly by night. This is someone who's utterly fickle. ungrounded. They actually create arguments for the thrill of it because it amuses them, because they're bored. They like to be stimulated. You know, I'm actually getting that kind of antsy way. I can feel like my head's all wobbling and, you know, I don't know. You can't see my face, but I'm like, it's just someone who's really antsy. You know, I don't know if they do drugs or something, but that's that kind of vibe I get, that someone's like hype, you know? That's what I'm getting. You never know what you're getting with this person, and they might be like kind of naive, and but they might come over as like, you know, really innocent and playful, but actually their behavior and what they create is very damaging. Trickster came in the upright. The Destroyer came in reverse. This is someone who has a destructive power, or they're obsessed with destructive power. They like to destroy other people's dreams. This is someone who can really pop off. This is someone who has an incredible temper. And a trickster, manipulative, deceptive, lying. So I don't know if this is something about a baby. Somebody's maybe lied about being pregnant, for example. Maybe that's what this big, you know, kerfuffle in the past was here. And it's put someone else on the outs, because I do think there was like another person floating around the mix here who may well have been you. Tell me more about the Maiden with this Queen of Wands. Tell me about the Maiden for this Queen of Wands, please. Tell me about the Maiden for this Queen of Wands. The Maiden for this Queen of Wands. Oopsie. I don't know. It's kind of a weird one. The Priest and the Gift. The Priest, I don't know. The Priest is a card of like, sometimes like chastity. Obviously being very religious and pious. And the gift is just that. Tell me about this Maiden. Could be a christening. The Maiden with the Priest. Tell me about the Maiden and the Priest, please. The Maiden and the... Oopsie. This is a child. This is the Page of Cups. And there's the gift. Equal give and take. This is financial restitution. This can be to do with child maintenance, for example, if, you know, a couple are in separation. That's what the gift is. Gift is money. And it's a legal agreement to do with money and children. Tell me more about the Maiden, Priest and Gift. Maiden, Priest and Gift. For this Queen of Wands. Maiden. And Gift. He wants to come out. He wants to come out. So I've got the King of Cups and the Seven of Cups. Could be a drinker here, quite frankly. But I can also speak as someone who's like is very emotional. There's the Knight of Cups as well. Bloody hell. King of Cups is also my healer, my doctor. I've gone down the rabbit hole, guys. Hang on. Show me the King of Cups connected with this Queen of Wands. Maybe a warrior. Show me the student, slave. Someone who's got a lot to learn. And in some way, you know, it's kind of naive for the King of Cups. Maybe just naive where this Queen of Wands was concerned. I think this guy's taking some sort of risk with this woman. Show me. I want to know about the gift for the Priest for this Baba It is a gift. That is literally what that card means, the bouquet. It's a gift. It can mean big luck, can be an invitation, but there's some sort of gift. I think this is like the announcement of a birth or a pregnancy. And it's one that may, I mean, I don't know if that was a lie. Why is she a trickster? Why is the Queen of Wands a trickster? Oh my God. She's a snake. It's a betrayal. That's who she is. Because there's money. Somebody wants money. The side can speak about literally someone who's very dangerous. And she is a destroyer. This like is a dangerous other woman. A dangerous, jealous. Where did I see something about a snake? Did I see a snake? But anyway, that's what she's tricky. I think she lied about pregnancy. I think she's lied about maybe the father of the child. She certainly lied about money involving a child. Maybe she gets money for a child and she doesn't take care of a child. Show me this King of Cups. What's his connection? What's he doing? See Dada? Show me the King of Cups. Our Capricorn. And so he's an older man. I think he's nice. So he's it's going to be something involving love letters here. Also maybe some essential correspondence. There can be correspondence or documents in relation to the lilies can speak of like a trust fund. You know, it is like my pension career card sometimes, and it is something that has permanence to it. So again, we could be coming back to like child maintenance or some sort of trust fund here. But this Queen of Wands is up to no good because she's a snake and she's a liar and she's a cheater. Now she might be got on her head here because she's getting cut out. Showing King of Cups in the Capricorn reading. Yeah, he's all right. He's a hero. He's a teacher. He has got a lot to learn. He may be a teacher of students, you know, or maybe this experience has taught him a lot of lessons, because the Seven of Cups in my Mythic Tarot is my lessons in love card. So that's her. She might be out the picture now, but she's certainly very much still on somebody's mind. I think this is maybe where this bad judgment is coming. And in the future, Capricorn, this is what I kind of felt was your energy, because it is my lovely Queen of Pentacles and it is in the upright. Now, basically, you've come through, if it is you, you know, fit it to your circumstances. That's how I'm reading it. As a mentor and a beggar in reverse here. So passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. Now, isn't it interesting? King of Cups came through as a student. So, and the beggar being in reverse here, now that can speak of dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. Take that as you will. To me, that meant, from what I'm getting with everything else, is someone who does not, who doesn't ask for help, which is very Capricorn energy, is it not? She can be controlling. I'm not seeing that, honestly. I've asked what her energy is, and I've got my Sage and Elise. And honestly, this is someone who has got the wisdom, the experience to get the fuck out of Dodge with Lise, because Lise breaks away from anything unhealthy, anything that keeps her stuck, bonded, any kind of addictions, bad habits. She comes in, she does the job, she goes. And this is where this is future energy. This is having the wisdom and the Sage, the experience, the life experience, to see what the score is here and make your exit. So I don't know how much of this story you're aware of, but somebody's out the door here. And in terms of how you see yourself, you can switch this, and it is just perception. There's Temperance with Jahom the Poet. This is someone who's very patient. I don't know if this is where I get love story through, because as much as Tahom is clarifying the Temperance card, I really did see them as two different individuals here. And obviously one is very vibrant, soaring, honestly, is what I got. And this guy is like kind of just stuck, unable to budge. And I don't know if it's because he has taken, he has got involved with a destroying trickstery Queen of Wands up here. And this might be someone who's stuck in this relationship. And you've decided to exit, and they're kind of, you know, looking on, all very kind of longing and not saying necessarily sad, but there is longing, there is desire, there is appreciation as well. Tahom is very appreciative. He sees beauty everywhere. And how you're being seen, now this is basically the Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This is someone leaving a dysfunctional home, someone leaving behind, you know, a business, someone who's exiting, and I asked what they're leaving behind in the Ten of Pentacles, and it's my Shiakruak in reverse. This is like my birth card. This is pregnancy. Fertility is the womb of birth, it's mother love. This is what someone is leaving behind. Literally, either blocking like a feminine energy, the mother, or a natural pregnancy. Someone is leaving that. That's how you're being seen. So I'm assuming that's a masculine energy, but you know, it doesn't need to be. That is how you're being seen. Hopes. Hopes is the Four of Swords and the Lom card here. It's a beautiful combination. This is hoping for, you know, peace, rest, solitude. Is hoping for a sort of charitable, loving connection with someone. The Lom are my age-old couple who have been together forever. They're unconditionally loving. She really puts up with a pile of nonsense from this guy. He doesn't do a huge amount. He's a bit of a doofus. She does love him, but you know, he can be very trying at times. But the real meaning of this card is, it is about, you know, it's staying power, it's longevity, it's peace, and it's love, and someone is hoping for that. And yet the fear is that a lie is going to be probably revealed, a lie about why something is ended, what's been deceitful about an ending or indeed a death here. And ultimately it's something that's been, you know, selfish. Sari coming through in reverse, and I think we've just had that in, was it, I can't remember, Scorpio, was it? Sari's in reverse. This is making things really difficult for yourself. This is what, you know, an uphill struggle, and it's because you're not working with fairy energy. You know, this is a fear. The fear is that somebody gets caught lying about a death or how something is ended and how selfish they have been. And the outcome, I'm going to have to take a wee bit more on this. So I've got the Five of Swords. So again, we've still got some conflict here. And it is with the Fawn and the Green Woman in reverse. Can't really get a strong feeling other than I heard the song somewhere out there. Now what's interesting is, I mean, the Bold Woman upright is actually super fun. In reverse, she's stunted growth. I don't know if this is the Queen of Wands, but this is an energy that can be a kind of wild, really, but it can also speak of like either no growth at all or growth that's gone wild. And I'm coming back to this, like, you know, Ra card and taking the self, and that's why I'm kind of getting the vibe that that could be related to this Queen of Wands. And then I've got the Fawn, and the Fawn is the natural partner. It's natural magic. They're kind of at odds with one another. So let me just have a wee look at the outcome for Capricorn. Why is the Five of Swords here in Capricorn's outcome? Who's Capricorn fighting with, or what's going on? Why is the Five of Swords here in Capricorn's outcome? Now, it can be that someone is prepared to fight for, you know, the right thing, the right person. It's like kind of righteous anger. We shall see. Five of Swords. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Crikey, there's another Five of Swords at the base of the deck. Oh, Hello, lovers. Lovers just landed on the Five of Cups reverse at the base of the matter. There's a choice in love here. Gosh. Eight of Pentacles in reverse can be about putting no effort in, being lazy. Show me the outcome for Capricorn with the Five of Swords. Show me the outcome for Capricorn for this reading. Three of Swords, which was floating about. Now I've got a King of Wands in reverse, a Four of Pentacles, the Tower, and the High Priestess. Base of the deck is death. There's bad news here. Or block communication about something that's ultimately ended here. I really do think this is the third party with the Three of Swords being here. The King of Wands is probably the one who's been played away. He's trying to keep that, you know, on the down low. But someone's intuitive knowing has probably revealed this secret. At least someone intuitively knows. And the Tower. The Tower probably needs to come down on whatever this is. Let's have a look at the big stuff. Show me the Tower. What's the Tower? Yeah, it's the Scythe. It might be up here because we've already had that for her. There is like a lie here, and it needs to be revealed. You know, it needs to be cut out. You can only keep these things in for so long. Tower, Capricorn, Tower. Yeah, it's something that's going to become public. And it's about the snake. The Scythe and the snake come through again on the Tower. This is this Queen of Wands up here. There she is. She's the lady. She's not a lady. So there's going to be some sort of, you know, revelation. Can involve like, you know, friendships or groups or a meeting. It can be like a dangerous meeting. Show me the High Priestess. I think that's just telling me what the secret is, or someone's already got the, you know, the inside on this. Show me the High Priestess in the Capricorn reading. The High Priestess in the Capricorn reading. High Priestess, please. No, it's not another individual. It's a man with a choice. An emotional decision. It does involve money and trade and travel. It's a man who might have a reputation for being a bit aggressive and aloof. I mean, it is the King of Wands. I've already had the King of Cups, so I don't know who's who. Show me the man with the decision in the Capricorn reading. He's a mystic in reverse. It's delusional rapport with the divine. Show me the man in the Capricorn reading. This one. He's a healer. That's nice. Passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind and spirit. He wants to heal. Possibly a spiritual connection, but I mean, he's indulgent. I think he's probably the one who's played away, and he's probably had some issues with, like, you know, the mother of his child, or he's, you know, created a pregnancy. I don't know if the child is his or not, but it's just a fucking mess. And ultimately, somebody has got the good sense to exit stage left here, but there is some beautiful story over here for someone, you know. Now, it may well be, given everything I've seen, that this beautiful story ended in tears, ended in a pregnancy, created utter chaos and disorder in somebody's life here, because they maybe have thought they were getting, you know, this beautiful life force energy of optimal health and joy, and what they actually got was the filthy sewer maid who can be a bit filthy. Okay, let's take your advice. Where do we go? I don't really want my angels on this. I don't know why. Advice. All I can hear is that love story. Where do I begin? Well, at the beginning, love, advice, it's where it always gets. Stick a pin in it. Oh, so I'm hearing if you liked it, then you should have put a ring on it. I don't know. Tell me the advice for Capricorn. What advice can you offer Capricorn for this reading? What advice can you offer Capricorn for this reading? Advice can you offer Capricorn? There is a recovery here. Recovery and balance is ultimately coming in. Somebody's not to be a dog's body here and not allow themselves to be walked over. Create your own path, you know, walk your own walk. I really feel that that's what's coming through here. This is literally having, like, the sage also has foresight, you know. This is Odin. That's why he's lost an eye. He has foresight, he has wisdom, and it's a wisdom to break away from anything that's toxic. And it's also to ensure that you're not an enabler. Because if Lise wants to help lots of people, you know, so she gives them the tools, she gives them the therapy, she gives them the advice, she gives them the medicine, but then she moves on to the next poor bugger that needs it. She will never become an enabler. And if you were to allow yourself to get involved in this issue, which is not clean, it's not tidy, you got a snake, you know, you got messy stuff going on here, then in many ways, you know, you're asking for trouble, and somebody's got the sense not to do that. So don't accept second best. Don't play second fiddle to anyone. Just go your own way. Okay, that's your story, guys. Have a great one. Trap.